Hi everyone, welcome to Dent course. In today's video, we will learn dental caries from basics to exam point of view and easy to understand whether you were a BDS student or you were preparing for an exam. This video will help you building a strong base. So without wasting any time, let's get started from our chapter dental caries. What is dental caries? Dental caries is an irreversible microbial disease of the calcified tissues of our teeth, characterized by demineralization of inorganic portion and destruction of organic portion of tooth, which often leads to cavitation. Now, it is classified into 7 subtypes. First is anatomical side, rate of progression, virginity of lesion, extent of caries, pathways of caries spread, tissues involvement, number of tooth surface involved. Now, anatomical side. First, patent fissure caries, smooth surface caries, linear enamel caries, root caries. Rate of progression, acute caries, chronic caries, arrested caries. Virginity of lesion, first is primary lesion, secondary or recurrent lesion. Extent of caries, incipient caries, occult caries. Now, pathways of caries spread, forward caries, backward caries, tissue involvement, initial, superficial, moderate, deep. Number of tooth surface involved, simple caries, compound caries, complex caries. And here are the tricks to learn these classifications and types. Now, rate of progression A to C, virginity of lesion primary, secondary, extent of caries IO, phase of caries BF, backward, forward, tissue involvement DIMS, deep, initial, moderate, superficial. Number of tooth surfaces simple, compound, complex SCC. Okay. Now we were starting from factors influencing caries. First is tooth factor. It involves composition, morphology, position. Composition, how much the mineral content is present. Morphology of tooth, like deep patent fissure leads to more caries. Position of the tooth, like crowding, rotated, it leads to more plaque retention and more plaque accumulation. Now, second factor is saliva. Composition of saliva, pH of saliva, viscosity, quantity, antibacterial properties, or third one is diet, carbohydrate amount, vitamin content, fluoride content, systemic conditions, hereditary, and pregnancy and lactation, which leads to changes in saliva and dietary habits. Radiographic features involve pit and fissure caries radiographically appear as a triangular shaped radiolucent area with its base located towards the DEJ with apex a small pinpoint. The smooth surface caries produces a triangular shaped radiolucent area pinpoint apex towards the DEJ and base near the surface of tooth. Now, histopath of dental caries. Initial lesion divided into different zones based on histological appearance, starting from translucent zone, which is first zone, and or by passing the light, it viewed in transmitted light with quinolone. ठीक है? It looks structureless, rough, and has small pores, voids, which leads to pore volume around 1% least porous zone and indicates early demineralization of the tooth surface. Now we will starting from second zone, which is known as dark zone. It appears dark brown in transmitted light and it has pore volume 2 to 4%. It shows positive birefringes opposite to the normal enamel. Remineralization has already started. It forms only when mineral begins to re-enter enamel. Body of lesion, which is known as largest zone of all four zones. This is the main part of carious lesion. It lies between surface zone and dark zone. Okay, maximum demineralization occurs in this zone Largest pore volume has present, which is 5% at edges and up to 25% in center. Striae of Retzius appear more visible due to mineral loss in more porous. Last zone, which is known as surface zone, which is the topmost layer of all the four surface zone. Only this zone is intact even when underlying enamel is decalcified. It is least affected because of high fluoride concentration, remineralization from the saliva. Low pore volume compared to body of lesion appear almost like normal enamel in radiopacity. It is a Pittenfisher caries and a smooth surface caries, surface zone, body of lesion, dark zone, translucent zone. And this is the DEJ. Now we will starting with caries of dentine. In cross section, it appears V-shaped with base at DEJ and apex towards the pulp. During caries, first is demineralization is started by weak organic acids and destruction of organic matrix, mainly collagen, and degenerates and dissolve. If bacterial invasion is started, then structural integrity is lost for always. Like different zone have been described in caries of dentine. First zone is normal dentine, which is also known as zone of fatty degeneration. Is having deepest area of normal dentine at the advancing front of dentinal caries towards the pulpal surface. Now, it shows deposition of fat globules in odontoblastic process. Intertubular dentine is normal. No bacteria is present in tubules. Now, second zone, which is subtransparent dentine. It is also known as zone of sclerosis. It caused by demineralization of intertubular dentine. Now, in normal dentine, intertubular dentine is normal, while in subtransparent zone, intertubular dentine is demineralizing, and it shows deposition of very fine crystals of calcium salts inside the dentinal tubules. Damage to odontoblastic process. No bacteria are found in this zone also. It appears white in transmitted light, which is also. Now we will start it with transparent zone, which is third zone. It's known as it is also known as zone of decalcification without bacterial invasion, and it is softer than normal dentine due to further mineral loss from intertubular dentine. No bacteria are also present in this zone and collagen crosslinks remain intact. Intact collagen act as template for remineralization of intertubular dentine. This zone is self-repair if started with turbid zone, which is fourth zone. It is also known as zone of bacterial invasion. In this zone, bacterial invasion are started, marked by widening distortion of dentinal tubules which become filled with bacteria. It shows elliptical shaped areas parallel to tubules, also known as Miller's foci of liquefaction degeneration. क्या? Miller's foci of liquefaction degeneration. Very little mineral is present. Collagen is irreversibly damaged. Dentine can't be self-repaired. Zone can't be remineralized, must be removed before restoration. And now we will start it with last zone, which is infected zone. It is also known as zone of decomposed dentine. It is most superficial layer of dentinal caries. Dentine structure is completely lost because of bacterial destruction. Highly contaminated and softened caries must be removed completely to prevent infection spread and ensure restorative success. And this is the last topic of dental caries, which is theories of dental caries. It involves four theories. which is known as Miller's chemico-parasitic theory, proteolytic chelation theory, sucrose chelation theory. That's it. First, Miller's chemico-parasitic theory caries caused by acid produced by mouth microorganism. Dental decay is chemico-parasitic process consisting of demineralization process of enamel and dentine, dissolution of organic matrix. Now, what is the source of acid? Acid is formed when starch and sugar in food undergo fermentation by bacteria, and this acid causes the primary demineralization. Now, what is the Miller's experiment he had done? He found that bread, meat, sugar. What? Bread, meat, sugar incubated in vitro with saliva at body temperature, and it produced enough acid within 48 hours to decalcify the sound dentine, which is normal dentine. Then he tested three factors responsible for caries progression. First factor is role of carbohydrate in progression of dental caries. Early studies showed this that teeth incubated with saliva, carbohydrate which is starch or sugar leads to demineralization, and teeth with saliva, meat, fat leads to non-demineralization of tooth surface. Salivary carbohydrates are bound to proteins and unavailable for microbial degradation. So, cariogenic carbohydrates are responsible. Sucrose is the most cariogenic carbohydrate. Glucose, sucrose, fructose. Glucose, sucrose, and fructose having low molecular weight and easily fermented by bacteria. Second factor gave by Miller's, which is the role of microbes in dental caries progression. Miller, he said microorganisms are present in the tubules of decayed tooth. Large number of microbes. The most notable organism is Streptococcus mutans. Synthesizes what synthesize extracellular insoluble polysaccharide dextran from sucrose, which helps the bacteria to adhere to the tooth surface. And now third factor, which is the last factor, is role of acids. Organisms which is streptococcus or lactobacilli ferments the sugar to produce 90% of lactic acid. Such organism produced only lactic acid known as homofermenters. Other produced mixture of acids which is dental plaque performing function of holding acid to the tooth surface for longer period of time, which leads to caries progression or caries prone area. Last and the least is drawback of Miller's theory. Millers have failed to provide an explanation for predilection of specific sites on a tooth surface, initiation of smooth surface caries, phenomenon phenomena of arrested caries, and why some populations are caries free. So that's it in the dental caries. So useful to like, share and subscribe Dental Course for more easy to understand videos and lectures. Thank you for watching our video and stay tuned for the next video. Until then, keep smiling, keep shining, and don't forget to subscribe our channel, Dent Course. Thank you.